Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Daddy's Barbecue Pit. This week, we're going to do a stuffed pork loin wrapped in bacon. Stick around! Hey everybody, for this pork roll, we're going to make up our stuffing that we're going to use. We have our homemade Italian sausage. We got about 5 ounces of fresh spinach and about 2 ounces of fresh kale, 1 whole onion, 1 whole box of baby bella mushrooms chopped. We got 2 sprigs of rosemary, about two tablespoons of parsley, fresh, and then we crushed about 5 large garlic cloves. We're going to start by browning up our sausage just a little bit over here on the skillet, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. We got our sausage here, it's browning. We're going to go ahead and add in the mushrooms and the onion. We're going to keep cooking it. We want this stuff to break down into the meat, and then we're going to hit it with the rest of our seasonings, and then we'll put in the kale and the spinach at the end. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. We got the kale and the spinach. This will cook way down, so. Got the fresh parsley. A little bit of fresh rosemary. Some fresh garlic. Just going to cook that down the rest of the way. Let everything get happy. Let this spinach wilt down a little bit. Okay, so we got a half of a whole pork loin here. So what we're going to do, I got to clean up some of this fat and some of the silver skin on here. So we're just going to trim it off. And it does not have to be perfect. Just get off what you can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and butterfly this pork loin open. We're going to come about, and I'm sure there's 100 ways to do this, and somebody's going to tell me I'm doing it wrong, but this is how I do it. Just going to come along here, keep opening it up. You don't want to go completely through. So just want to keep kind of rolling it open. We are going to, once we get this completely opened up, we're going to hammer it out. So I'm going to put this in between some Saran Wrap, and then we're going to pound it out to get it flatter. And then we're going to wrap it up with those goodies we had from over there. Stick around. Let me go get my hammer and my paper, or my Saran Wrap. So we're going to go ahead and just use a hammer. What I did is I put the pork loin in between 2 pieces of Saran Wrap, and now we're just going to hammer it out flat. Okay, so we're doing a bacon weave here, and these are pretty simple to do. You're just going to keep flipping every other one. Lay the bacon across it, flip them back. What we're going to do is we're actually going to wrap that pork loin in this weave. Because, you know, hey, bacon's good on everything. So I'm hoping that this one will be enough to cover that pork loin once we roll it up. So we're gonna find out. Now I'm gonna go get the meat. Stuff in the edge. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some of our stuffing in here that we're going to use. We just want to cover it pretty evenly across. If you don't use all of it, eat it later. But I'm just going to spread it out here with my hands, that way it's easier. You want to make sure that you get some of that grease out of that pot and put it in there, because you cook pork loin before, you're going to know it's going to dry. And you don't want that. Spread it out. You don't want to go all the way over the edge on each end. So we're going to set this aside. And I still have my Saran Wrap under there. And we're going to start rolling this thing up. Some falls out of it, some falls out of it. Don't worry about it. I'll pick this up, move it over here. We're going to pull away our other layer of Saran Wrap. Now we're going to wrap it in bacon. It is falling apart, it's so big. I think what I'm going to do is get some string, tie this guy together, because it didn't really roll up like I wanted to. So let me get some butcher twine. We'll tie this up and get it on the smoker. So we're just tying this up. We got a few pieces of our butcher string just to hold it, make sure we don't lose this thing. It is full. You got a doer, Bill. Yep. We got the cotton gin running with some B&B. Their competition logs today. We're giving those a try. I believe the cotton gin's up to about $3.50 right now. We're going to go ahead and throw this on. I'm going to probably put it on a rack when we put it in there. So stick with us. Man, I made a mess. Okay, we're going to hit the top of this with some Meat Church Holy Gospel barbecue rub. We haven't tried this yet, so we figured we'd give it a try. Looks like it's got some yummies in it. Not going to go too heavy in it. There's a lot of flavor in that sausage on the inside, so we're going to stick this, take it over and put it on the cotton gin right on that pan. We'll leave it on there, and then it's probably only going to take about an hour, and this thing's going to be done. I don't want to dry it out. We're going to use our ThermoWorks dot, put it into the center of it, watch the temp get it up to 145, let it rest a little while. We're going to pull this thing off and chow down on it. Set this right down in the center of this. Let the cotton gin do its thing. Okay, our dot says we're getting real close to the temp we want to get this at. See, this thing is looking fine. We're just going to hit it with the... Yeah, we just got a few more minutes left on this. We're going to go ahead and glaze it with some homemade barbecue sauce that we made. Just gonna...
Smell that.
Yeah, it smells good. Smelling good. This is probably only going to be about maybe another 10 minutes and we'll be pulling this thing off. Get the cut into this bad boy. Okay. Okay, everybody, so we had this off and you can see we had it tented and it was resting for about 15 minutes. We're going to slice this down the center and see what it looks like. You can see when I was cutting it, the juice is just pouring out of it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slice this. I think I'm going to go from this side. Just going to do a little slice and give this a test. You can see it, man, is that nice and juicy. Cut it over here. Try to get some of that. Some of that pork. You get that spinach and the kale in there really give it a lot of flavor with that Italian sausage. Turned out great. That pork is nice and juicy. We cooked it at between 375 and 400 for about an hour on the cotton gin smoker. Used very little smoke. It turned out great. The bacon's crispy on top. We got our nice sauce. It's really showing some nice color on here for this presentation. Give this recipe a try. I think you'll really enjoy it. Remember to keep following us on Instagram. Go to Facebook and follow us there as well. And then go to YouTube, like, and subscribe. Get you some. Is that juicy? Let's go eat. Get you some.